Ngari merite ki mutwala kelebate jaga getoa mwana malome. Ngari merite ki chomi kelebate jaga getoa mwana mutwala. Ngari merite ki chomi kelebate jaga getoa mwana mutwala. Ngari merite ki mutwala kelebate jaga dasembetre.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, brothers and sisters, welcome to another episode of MEM Online TV and MEM Online Radio. Today we are joined by one of the most talented actors, radio presenter and TV presenter. You have seen him on your TV screens as Magwinya on Giyani, Land of Blood. He has been on radio. You started your radio career where?
Makhadzi FM 2009, 8, somewhere there, just before the World Cup.
So how did you get to Makhadzi FM? How did that happen?
This other time I was at home listening to the radio, and I'm hearing this guy late at night, graveyard shift. This guy is presenting, and hey, he's very popular for it. They love him. And I was like, no, man, there's no way, man, I can do a better job. There's no way that this guy can be better than me. Though I don't have experience, this guy's been doing this, and people love him. So it means I can kill it. Because I had the DJ who they have entrusted, busy butchering it, so let me just go try. Because mine was, I want to take that slot, because it was a graveyard shift. I made a demo, recorded it, was fine, and I went with it. Got there, receptionist, hey, I'm here looking for a job, here's my demo. Luckily, I bumped into the programs manager. I told him straight that I want to be on this radio station. And he's like, I'm the programs manager. I was like, oh, lucky, here's my demo, take it. So he was going out. He's like, I won't go back, I'm leaving. So I was like, good shot, because you're going into your car. Now you'll play my CD.
Sure.
As opposed to you stashing it somewhere and say you're going to attend to it when you come back.
Sure.
And he did that. He's like, oh, since I'm going close by, let me just go with it. Luckily, he listened. Right away, he's like, no way. He called me later on, so I'm going to give you something to do. But I was brave enough to tell him that I'm eyeing this slot. Then he's like, no, we're not even going to give you that slot. I think you will have something during the day. And when I got there, I think we were 6 guys. New recruits on that radio station, and on Makhadzi FM, 6. And out of those 6, I was the first to be given a slot, and the rest were just being paired wherever. But I was given a slot, and I was like, cool.
Which show do you get?
He gave me a show. It was a Saturday show. Funny enough, that's why I always talk of Saturdays, because that was my breakthrough slot between 12 and 3. It's more pride.
You're still in love with it?
I'm still in love with it.
Sure.
I'm still in love with that slot. So he gave me, I think it was from 12 to 3, if not 10 to 12.
Sure.
It was a slot where the youth show, in a way. So yeah, it was okay. That was how I started my radio journey.
Did you ever meet this guy?
The guy who was butchering it?
Yeah.
Yes, we met.
And what did you say to him?
I didn't tell him, but I couldn't tell him, because he was like the it guy. You know, when you are on community radio stations, you judge how good you are through the callers, people that are calling in.
Yeah.
So for as long as you open your lines and you have...
And people start calling.
They're buzzing, you're like, I'm doing a good job. That's just a community that you created.
Then you moved to
Makhadzi.
From Makhadzi to Energy FM, but there's a lot that has happened in between before you moved to Energy FM. We'll get to that. When and how do you move to Energy FM?
When did I move to Energy FM? I think it was after finding a job Mukopani under Social Development Probation Services.
Sure.
While I was there, I saw something on newspaper saying they're looking for presenters, Energy FM.
Yeah.
It had just opened, and I felt the need to apply since I love radio. And to tell you before Kelebala, I did something to Kopani FM, because radio has always been that thing for me. Like wherever I could hear a radio station, community, I'll go there. So I was working there, but I would bank work and go do a show, come to work later, or Spanenka 1, go and do a show 3 to 6. So yeah, it was like that up until Kikibona, an article on the newspaper calling for presenters going to GFM, and I went there. And above everything was the fact that Shaba is one of the people that are managing it. I'm like, oh, I've always looked up to Shaba. He's been this radio guy and a TV guy for some times now. And in Joburg, I'm like, let me just go there and try my luck. And I went there. They wanted a demo. I gave them my demo and then liked it. A few weeks later, called me in, and then voila, I had myself a show, and which was big as well. And like, the rest was history.
Where did you grow up, and how was life like?
Mkondeni Mashamba. There's a place called Mkondeni Mashamba in Venda, just on the outskirts of Elim. That's where I was born. They say bread and butter. I was this young man who grew up in a community that's very small and loving. I was very much close to my mom. My dad was this guy who would, you give you a serious hiding, that one. So I was very much close to my mom. And at home, they made clay pots. My mom was like a guru in that industry. She made clay pots, and that's how she supported us up until growing up and finding myself where I am now.
You're multilingual, man. So it suggests that you grew up in a community that had like the mixed tribes.
True. No, they say we've got how many? 11 official languages.
Yeah.
But I beg to differ. For as long as 100 or more people speak it, or a community speak it, why can't you recognize it?
How many languages do you speak?
I speak all the
Limpopo languages.
Limpopo, I speak everything. In Joburg, I know Sesotho, I know Setswana, I know Zulu, though I'm not fluent, but I can communicate.
You even speak the dialects, man.
Yes.
You speak the official languages and even the dialects of the official languages.
True. I go deep, man.
Yeah.
Look at here, man.
And then where did you go to your primary school and high school?
But the same village. I went to the same village. Mkondeni Mashamba, Chikutura was my secondary, and Locha was my primary school. Yeah, that's me. And
what did you study at high school?
History.
That's
why I'm this. Yeah.
Oh.
That's why I'm this. Wah. Where we grew up, community can make you and decide what you're going to be or what you're supposed to do, especially from high school level, because they would laugh at you. Science was referred to as buloi. Accountings were referred to as you just counting money that you don't even own, you don't even have in your pocket.
Sure.
Then history was like a boss, because history more the boss manganga, like like history. So it's like since we are here, under a tree, we're sitting ranganga all this time. I mean, history is the way to go.
Sure.
I just do it, and I did history. I was good at it because history is all about just cramming whatever that's written then, and you're done. So yeah, that's how or what I did.
So when you finish your high school, what happens then? Where did you go?
I finished my high school. Then I went to the University of Pretoria. My aim was to go study law, and then I saw an article that advertised a scholarship from the Department of Social Development in connection with the Western Cape University of Technology about probation services. Then I applied for it, and that's how I ended up working for social development.
Oh, so what did you study at the university?
Child and youth care work.
Child and
youth care work.
Youth care work.
Yes.
Okay. So it was from a scholarship that you applied for.
Scholarship with the Netherlands Embassy. that I applied for, offered by the Department of Social Development.
Netherlands Embassy, did they offer you maybe a trip to Netherlands?
We were supposed to go.
What happened?
A lot happened with our country. I don't know what happened. Somehow, the then president was supposed to sign something that would enable us to go.
Sure.
Those were the promises to say we'll go, but we couldn't go.
So
we ended up just being absorbed by the department and working for the department up until I resigned.
what was it like your first job?
My first job was working for the department under probation services, where we advocated for the juvenile rights, the kids, children in conflict with the law.
Yeah.
So that was my area of specification. That's what I was doing. That was my first ever job, beside Radio Day, because that came after Makhadzi FM.
Oh, yes. So Makhadzi FM, but you were volunteering.
Not really volunteering, we were just working, but
Yeah.
they give you something.
How much will they give you at Makhadzi?
You don't want to know, my God.
I want to know.
But then, imagine 2010, it was around 2K.
2,000.
That's the highest I got, but that was not consistent. Because sometimes 1,000, sometimes you skip 3 months, 4 months. There's nothing.
Yes. And what are you eating at that time?
Wait wait for markdowns from ShopRite. I remember. They knew us. And, I had this thing. That's why I was saying, it's just some people that would listen. Markdowns, I'm telling you.
Of what?
Whatever they sell, I don't know what they call the deli department where they sell foods at ShopRite.
Yeah.
You wait for like when the sun is about to go down and about to knock off.
Sure.
So because they don't want to keep those food for tomorrow, they reduce the price.
Sure.
So it's markdown. They markdown, and they would mark down everything and we go there. At 10 rand, you have a meal, a proper meal.
Sure.
Sometimes you go there. I remember that's where I learned already. As much as I love salad, coleslaw.
Sure.
You don't play there, can you mark down? When you see coleslaw come mark down, just run away. I'm telling you. So this other time, there's a markdown here coleslaw. And I love coleslaw, my guy. I'm telling you, wherever there's mayonnaise, put me there. So I'm seeing this coleslaw marked down, and it's so nice. I felt it was cruel of them. Why do you mark down coleslaw? Just throw it away. I hate them for that. So I go there running, and sometimes we would go like you want to go before everyone else realizes it's time for markdown, so that you get proper ones. I go there, coleslaw is there, take everything. I go, my nigga, the day did I do my? I had a show at night. Did I do my show? Ask me. Did I do my show that day? That night, did I do my show? That's when I said, anything that has coleslaw markdown or spinach markdown, manikaran, dark down. I'm telling you, it was tough. I was told that's the highest I got.
Sure.
And the proper money in terms of radio, I would say I got it from Energy. We all have to start somewhere.
Sure.
I mean, there's no...
We slept in studios.
There's no easy road to anything, Maka, I'm telling you. Especially passion. Radio is something else. And the lucky ones always, they are working. They have slots, the lucky ones.
Yeah.
Some of them even learn on air and they learn salary.
Sure.
While you have those that can do a better job, they don't have jobs.
And they're not even earning.
They're not earning.
Yeah.
They can do a better job, but they're not having those jobs. At the end of the day, it's if luck is on your side, or if you know a few people, then you will always be lucky. But it's on a rare basis where you find people that are good at something doing it or finding jobs.
Yeah. So you work with kids, advocating for kids' rights.
Yeah, I worked with kids up until I was like, I don't feel it. I loved it because I was doing something for the community and also getting paid. Yeah. But the challenge was for me, I've always wanted to be on radio. Yeah. I've always wanted to be in media. Yeah. Up until I was like, no man, and I need to. This thing is not working because I was a hard head. Like, I remember supervisors would fight, and when they come tell you, supervisor Chagao and all those things, I would tell them straight that, I mean, there is nothing special. You are a supervisor because you were born before me. If I was born before you, I would have been your supervisor. I was not going to be doing whatever that you're doing.
This nigga is disrespectful.
So that's the thing.
You don't respect rank, man.
I was like that, and then I remember somebody would come and say, sometimes I offer photocopying to say, go and make me copies. I'm like, as far as I know, photocopying is not a skill. I mean, you can do it as well. Why am I supposed to? I will do something if at the end I already had the monthly stats where it says photocopying. It must be me.
Your job description.
Yeah, it must be me signing for your photocopies.
Yeah.
Then that would also give me a better salary as well.
Sure.
Not me doing it for you. It's not a skill.
So a 9 to 5 job was really frustrating.
It was frustrating, my guy, because sometimes I would go to work with caps on.
Yeah.
And Fridays and then this person would be so angry, say, you're not supposed to be wearing caps at work. And who says what? Who says so? Because I go to your national department, people are wearing caps in their offices. What are you talking about? No, about it. The person will say, no, this is according to our African culture. Okay, I'm not African if it comes to that. On Fridays, I'm not going to be an African. I'll wear a cap.
You wear your casual clothes on Fridays.
I'll wear casual clothes and I'll wear a cap, go to the office and sit.
Yeah.
So up until Kiwanora, this thing is just going to waste my time. Let me just resign. And yes, let me just resign. I resigned, and that's when I wanted to be with Energy FM on a full-time basis.
There were things that you were doing in between. I remember at some point on your social media, you posted a picture of you trying modeling.
Makai, no, not I can't. It was not really modeling.
What was it?
I think I was just, like I said, I've been passionate about media.
Yeah.
So I was doing auditions for... No, not really auditions. I did audition once for Mobango.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago.
Sure.
I auditioned for Mobango, and they were looking for a character that's from prison.
Sure.
And then I remember I was this guy with braids and looking all handsome and stuff. So when I got there, this person... she didn't give me a chance. She's like, took off my cap. It's like, no, Wenaman, are you too handsome for this role? So
you went for an audition, they were looking for a certain character, and you did not fit the description.
Yeah, I did not fit. I'm like, but I mean, even guys that are handsome go to prison. Why should I be discriminated because I look like this to you, though I don't... I mean, I can be from prison.
So they denied you an opportunity because you were too handsome for the character.
They were like, hey, no, this you don't fit. I'm like, guys. This year up until a friend had something on Parapara FM and said, hey, I hear they're looking for a presenter for SABC2 show called Nkhalari Shaka. That time, TV was not really something that I said I wanted to do. I was more focusing on radio. Then I said, no, let me just give it a try. Why would this guy think of me? Got something like this. Let me just give it a try. So I did that, and then I went for the auditions. They were in Thohoyandou. So I went to Thohoyandou. What's the place? Vendasan. What is it called today? Where you... Vendasan, Casino.
Okay, what is Corona?
Yeah, Coroni.
Yeah.
To the now Coroni, it was Vendasan.
Sure.
Now Coroni, I went there. When I went there were a lot of people. A lot of them. So I got there, looking all lost. And checking. I see a lot of people there. I'm like, hey, am I even going to get it? And as I was going, I passed somewhere. Saw these other dudes that I worked with, Komakar FM. I go meet him. I'm like, hey, guy, I'm going for the auditions. He's like, we're not. They're not going to take you, man. You can't. So that did not stop me.
Sure.
Drove straight Thohoyandou, Coroni. When I went there, they were nearing the end, and this guy, producer, comes out, Shandu Nesengan. When he comes out, I don't know him. I'm trying to rehearse there and see and stuff. So this guy comes out, and he sees me. He's like, "Are you also here for the auditions?" I'm like, "Yes." He's like, "Okay, come over." I'm like, "Who's this guy?" He's one of the guys that are going to be auditioning as well. Maybe wants to intimidate me or take me out. I'm like, looked at him. He's like, "No, come." He's like, "Come." I'll go to him. We're talking. He's like, you see, as we're talking, he's like, if you go and talk the way you are talking now, this is your show.
Sure.
Are you also good in Xitsonga? I'm like, nabalabula Xitsonga swinene. Ni swi tiva Xitsonga ku fana na ndzeni ka voko ra mina. So swi nge ni tsandzi. It's like, no, it's a good one. Spade. I'm like, no. Spade ke a bolela. It's like, no, good, you get the job. Like, fuck, my nigga, who are you to tell me that? You also get the job because I'm high.
So that's basically like your audition, just having a conversation with him.
Yeah, but that time I didn't know who he was.
Oh, sure.
So I'm like, fuck, my nigga, you can also get this. It's yours. Then he left. When he left, this guy's come to me. Wow, bro, you know who you're talking to? I don't know. Who's the guy? Like, it's Shandu. And Shandu, what? No, this guy is the executive producer of this show. I'm like, wow, and kamo footage, man. I just,
You are disrespectful. Remember you told people shit at the department you were working at.
So I'm like this to the boss. I'm like, hey, I felt like if I could, reverse, turn back the hands, and maybe readjust my convo with this guy, and maybe we'll go somewhere. This guy, he's like, fuck, let me just leave. When I got inside, there is the guy. What's your name?
You're shaking now.
My guy.
You're like, yo. I just told this guy shit.
Okay. When something is yours, it's yours.
Sure.
There's nothing. Then I got there, did whatever that I did, and I nailed it. They liked it. They're like, no, we're calling you for the Joburg shortlist.
Sure.
So let's go. They called me for Joburg shortlist. I went there and I did it, and it was okay up until call back time. So they decided they're going with me. By that time, never given up, give up. And I remember, I think they tried to call you as well. Looking for me to say, we're looking for this guy. He's supposed to be shooting when.
Hey, they called me like at night, bro. Where were you?
That time I was in Manly. I'm in Pretoria. I'm supposed to be coming back Mokopane. Hey, so my phone died. You know iPhone people. 20.
You don't have a charger. And no one next to you has a charger for an iPhone.
Then
but for the iPhone.
My phone died. My phone died, and I'm driving relaxed, coming back to Mokopane. So these people are looking for me. Yeah, man. Looking for me, no nothing. They called everyone. The list they had was me saying, I'm currently working for Energy FM. And they knew someone, I think it's Mpoma Omero, Energy FM.
And Mpo called me.
Yes, and then that guy called Mpo. Mpo, then, since you were close to me, Mpo called you to say, they're looking for TSHEPANG.
And if they can't find him, they will get the next guy to do his job.
Yes, because that thing, they wanted it that night. A show was supposed to go that night because I told them, kill him Pope. So they looked for me the whole day. Up until later on, switch a phone. Messages and messages. Damn. So it's this serious, and I've missed an opportunity. I'm shivering there. A small prayer, Nyana. Small prayer. Let's hope. Then I called. They're like, no, we're looking for you. You have a show tomorrow.
Yeah.
What do you mean I have a show? No, my nigga, you're working with us now. You're taking. Should I be happy? Yeah, I'm coming right away.
And you're confused. You're like, these people.
So I was like, no, when something is yours, it's yours.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, calm down. Tomorrow we're doing this. And next thing, doing it, Shoma Josie is your co-host. Yeah.
So the guys from Zinga Productions, they call you, they can't find you, and you're supposed to be shooting a show the next day. When you get there, what do they say to you?
When I got there, he calls me to the office, we sit, and then we talk about remunerations.
Yeah.
Because I got there the same day I'm supposed to shooting.
So you're signing your contract, you're discussing issues of money.
Not even signing.
And when you are supposed to work.
Not even signing your contract. You just go there. You have like this pep talk nyana with the executive producer to say it's just agent because we took time before we could decide. We were still waiting for the SABC people to come back to us, and they came back to us later. And we have this event that we're supposed to be doing in Monte Casino.
Yeah.
I'm not even a Joburg guy. We go into Monte Casino. Monte Casino is something that you see on TVs and stuff. It's some fancy place. I'm like, hey, Monte, and that's fine. Okay, that time, no time to relax, no time to do anything. Okay, this is what are you looking at in terms of money?
Yeah.
I'm just new. I haven't done my research. I haven't done anything. It's just me presenting. What do you mean? How much? Okay, how much is on offer? It's like, no, you need to tell me how much you want. And me being me, I mean, I've been seeing guys on TV. I mean, they look fancy and all those things.
Yeah.
Like, I think per show, 15K will do.
15,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
15K will do.
Okay, so when you say 15K, how much were you earning on your 9 to 5?
My 9 to 5 was around 13.
13.
Yeah.
So you're saying, okay, 9 to 5, I'm getting 13. And
go.
this is a TV job. Let me increase to 2,000.
But like, let me just put 2,000 here, and then it's gonna be.
It can cover get sharp.
Then this guy was like, no, man. Yeah, 15 was like, no, man. 15 won't be okay. I mean, this is one of the shows, Jadi.
Prime time.
It's prime time with marginalized languages as well.
Yeah.
Not as much viewership and as such. And then we worked around 15, and then up until it came down to something that I understood and was okay.
So, hey, it came down to something you understood, or it went up to something you liked?
No, it came down.
Don't confuse us with the English.
It came down to something that we
you like.
Yeah.
They added another 15 on top of it.
It was okay, and yeah, it was good money.
So they added another 15.
It was good money.
So it would be safe to say that it was your biggest paycheck after you left NGFM, after you resigned at your 9 to 5 job.
Yeah, it was
at
big.
a government department.
It was big, my guy. It was that was big, because remember I just do something for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And then you get paid that amount of money.
Yeah.
As opposed to basking in the office and getting paid that amount of money after 31 days.
Sure.
So this was it's just that Leona, it was, episodes were limited. So I just...
How many episodes?
I think we were given 22.
22 episodes.
If not 18, unless 822 was for the second season.
So you're getting 30,000 for each episode?
Who said I'm getting 30,000? I was getting a lot of money. I was getting right money.
Yeah, for each episode for the whole season.
Yeah, for each episode.
For each episode.
The whole season.
So let me calculate. So it's 3, 6, 9, 12.
You just
so with 4, you're getting 120,000.
What do you mean?
So 200.
No,
yeah, but you were happy with the money.
I was just happy with me being on TV.
Yeah.
And me living my dream, and something that a guy from a rural area, now on mainstream media. I mean, it's almost, seemed impossible. I'm happy, I'm doing it, and I'm from this area which is very far and forgotten. You don't even know where Mukondeni is. But
sure.
I'm like, no, man, let me just do this, live my life. And this is something that I've always wanted to do, though I thought it was impossible.
Yeah.
So I got it. I was like, no, big ups to Zinge Production for trusting me, and they gave me this opportunity. And it was okay. Then I was getting used to the media thing up until I joined agents for acting, because that's the advice I got to say, my guy, you need to register with agencies now that you are a radio presenter. Then I did that. Up until Giyani came.
Yeah, before Giyani, I think there is a very important point that you are highlighting, and that is saying you were excited
Very much.
to be on TV, to be on radio, and to get all these other gigs that were coming with the opportunity of you being on radio and TV.
Yeah.
And I think, isn't that always the case with every young disadvantaged, underprivileged person who gets an opportunity to be on TV or on radio or get a record label and not really be interested in the finer details, especially with musicians. And now you didn't even sign the contract, you were just negotiating. You were trusting this guy that he will live up to his word and you will get your money. And when you were proposing to him that you wanted 15K, he was like, no, that's not enough. It will not meet the expectations or whatever the case may be. What have you learned from that experience? Because I think that was a dangerous moment and a critical moment for you because things could have gone south.
True. That's the very heartbreaking and painful thing about passion is you always feel the need to do something, and sometimes at no cost. So even if you can say, I'm here at a position where I need to negotiate what is being offered, but depending on where you are at that particular moment, you are forced to just take whatever that comes your way, or else you are outside. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say. It's not fair for a guy who's well established to say, I reject offers preaching to a wannabe or a guy who's just coming, because you are denying that guy a chance to go and learn however way, whether
and get to your level.
And get to where you are, where he would be able to decide and be able to turn down some of the offers. And even when you are there and be able to turn down some of the offers, there are instances where you'll be forced to take something that you never thought you were going to take.
Sure.
Because you have bills to pay, rents are supposed to be paid, because so you will take some offers, you'll take a lot of things that come your way. So it's never a situation where now I know my worth, I know what I'm doing. It just depends on the situation where you're finding yourself in.
Yeah.
As a new musician, you'll be ripped off.
Yeah, so you were desperate for a breakthrough.
I was desperate for a breakthrough, and I was fortunate to have found
an opportunity and good producers.
And good producers who did not take advantage of my vulnerability or me wanting this so bad.
Sure.
They understood and they gave me something that I was happy with. And to this day, I'm still grateful to that man, because he gave me a much needed break.
Yeah.
So he's like a brother to me.
Yeah.
And he was like,
and a necessary paycheck.
Yeah, he was like, guy, we're ready to move on with you. We're ready to go with you. So that was just a good thing. But I wouldn't say for somebody who's new signing a contract that I feel it's somehow
exploitation type
I wouldn't say that's a bad move, but you try and put yourself in that person's shoes.
Yeah.
If they don't have somebody to represent them or to actually negotiate contracts on their behalf, then it's something else. Because remember.
And also, those negotiations might just ruin the whole process.
That's the truth, because this person is coming here to offer you a big break.
Sure.
And most often than not, as artists, there is a point where you feel, I'm not making a breakthrough. And you tend to doubt your craft or what you offer and what you're giving to the people. And when you doubt it, that's when these people come. When they come, they offer you this chance to say, come, we are ready to sign you. And remember, you've been trying. All this time you've been trying. To a point where you felt, I now doubt my craft. Why are people not receiving it the same way as this person? So let me just sign. And then you sign, they give you a contract. It's like 2-3 years. That's music one. But TV-wise, you'll bow to anything that comes, okay?
Yeah.
For as long as you're looking for that break.
Yeah, because
but unless if you've been there, then you are at a better position to say, no, I don't want that.
To negotiate.
Yeah,
as a newbie, you don't have leverage to negotiate.
Plus, your background as well.
Yeah.
Your bio would speak volume that this guy has been here, has done this and this and this and this. So just come. So, Linda, I got to grow in the industry, just like that. That gave me that thing. Or at least I can negotiate, I can talk. But there are times when you're like, hey, anything.
It's fine.
Anything, it's fine.
As long as I can put bread on the table.
As long as that anything comes not once.
Yeah. Consistently,
yes,
and
that's okay.
It's continuous.
That's okay. So
you know, because you feel like you are secure. There's a sense of security in terms of your finances and your career, and other opportunities that might come with that.
That's the thing, because I can remember now when we're here, we're trying to grow as well in the industry, and there is no way that whoever is robbing whoever Kara industry, you go and blame them, because you don't know what you're going to be if you were in that guy's position, because you've got bills to pay as well.
Yeah, someone says that you never know how worse you are until you are pushed to the edge.
Yeah, it's like somebody who's like sitting here saying, you'll see. And stuff like that. So that's just you talking before you could become that person.
Yeah, because you have never been tested, so you never know.
Have that money in your hands now and see the real Jack Rams, because this is not the real Sepang.
You are being humbled by your poverty.
Yeah, you're humbled by a situation, wherever you are. And the most cruel thing you can do to yourself, or you want to deny yourself opportunities because you've had somebody saying, "Now I can negotiate contract, now I can turn them off, now I can," you will never have time to polish your craft.
Yeah. Now he advises you to sign to an agency. Why was that advice important, and how has it contributed in your career development?
It's guys that have been in the industry. Like my director said to me, "Hey guy, you need to, now that you are doing this show on TV, how about you start registering an agent?" And then I found myself a good agent, which is Star Quality, and the people that I'm with, know it's all women led agent. Yeah, so I was like, let me just sign, and I signed. They liked me. They gave me through them, created the Mandela Gala dinner at the time, met Barack Obama for the first time.
Sure.
Through them, I've been on Mubango. Through them, I've been on Kiani. Yeah, through them, I've been on Imposter. Through them, I've been on The River.
What is their role? What is the role of the agency?
An agent is somebody that looks for job for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, they find jobs. Like these production houses will send
character description.
Yeah, to the agents, and then agents would send them our bios, and then they would just say, "Oh, give us these people, let them come audition," and then we go audition, and then that's basically what they do.
It makes your life easier.
It makes my life easier, and that's just that. But you need to have an agent, because some of the production houses are strict. They need you to have an agent, because agents are at a better place to negotiate.
Oh,
you see, so they've been working, they've been in the industry. What they do is they get that, and then once they get it, they negotiate your contract and everything. Well, now your agent will just tell you, "You've got the role, done," and then
you are done.
Your agency is the one that decided.
So, but there are also people who don't like agencies because they say agencies take a lot of a percentage from what they are getting.
I don't think percentages are reasonable, man. Whoever is taking too much, that's not the right thing to do.
Yeah,
it's bad. It's wrong. You're not supposed to be doing that. And I don't think they're doing it, because there is a standard rate that agents are supposed to be taking.
So they're regulated.
They are regulated. There is a body where you can report them and expose them for taking a lot of money from you.
Sure.
So they won't.
So they work like recruitment agencies.
True.
So where you put your CV, and then they identify opportunities for you, and they call you that there is this role, and go for an interview.
It's like that. They would also, some would, like Star Quality, would offer acting classes. They offer a whole lot of things. They polish your craft. So they don't just have you on their agent and not look after you. They do that. So the role of agents is to look for jobs for you.
So do you just sign up with an agent? What is it that you need to have done, or what is it that it's supposed to happen for you to be able to, even for an agency to say that we are signing you?
No, sometimes there are those that will just take anyone and say, "Just come, give us your things as long as you register." And I feel like those ones are ripping people off, because they want a certain amount of money for you to be co-agents in Yabona, but they haven't seen your craft. They haven't seen if you cut for it. So with other agencies, what they do is they would want you in audition you and see if you fit, if you need some coaching. Or sometimes it's just those guys who would say the production is having some open audition, and then you go queue up and then you do your audition. Then they say, we're taking you. When they take you, you decide to say, I have an agent now. These are the people that you need to be talking to in terms of my contract.
Representing you.
They'll be representing me and stuff like that.
Yeah. There are those agencies that just sign people and they need like a signing on fee from you so that you can be on their portal so that they can look for those jobs for you.
Yeah, they're those who, I think it's the up and coming ones.
Yeah.
Agents, they just take people to say, you want to be on the show, we're taking you, come and let's just work. So and that's why you will see most people are put on as extras without even understanding what it means. And sometimes those things kill your whole career because you are there at a particular show that maybe sometimes you could have
had a main or a very important role on.
Because now your establishment is through an extra who was just walking around a bar or doing this. You are banned from auditioning for some of the roles because now we have
you are already an extra on the show.
Yeah, but at the same time, I would not discourage anyone to do it. I would just say, when you do it a caution.
Yeah.
Because that could be a stumbling block towards you establishing yourself as an actor into whatever could be that soapy. Be saying I want to be there. Because it's only on a rare basis where they would leave with you from where they first saw you and say, no, he's a hit, we want him.
Yeah.
It's very much hard for one to see somebody who's not saying anything. You are there quiet, standing, and they see a potential and say, come. It's unless you have few lines, then that's doable. But if you don't have lines, it's very much rare.
Yeah.
And for you to go there, usually they will say, we've seen you, man. We've had you on our show. What are you going to
do? Before the Giyani Land of Blood, you did some other small roles. And because I think maybe in terms of acting, Giyani Land of Blood was like your biggest role. So
yes, I got a whole lot of roles that I did. The first one before Giyani, I did Imposter.
Imposter. On which channel was this?
161. Yeah. I did Imposter and I was on Mubango.
As what?
As a lawyer, and then from Mubango,
There's another role you did as a security guard.
No, that was Generations.
Generations.
I did Generations as a security guard. It was the time when I was doing Mubango.
Oh yeah.
I was doing Doctor Now. It's recent.
Yeah.
Mubango.
Yeah.
From Mubango, I disappeared and I was doing my show.
Yeah.
Until I came back as a doctor.
As a doctor.
Mubango.
Oh, okay.
And from being a doctor, then I was doing Magwinya, Giyani, and also my show,
Sure.
I was also on...
And The River?
The River, I played a small cameo that came and left, but promises that it could come back. Till Giyani came. Giyani was that's what gave me the name.
Popularity.
Magwinya name. The Magwinya name, it's from there.
Right. Let's talk about voiceover artist that you are. So you're the guy who's on the voiceover forcing people to pay TV licenses.
They have to. They must pay TV licenses.
So because if they don't pay TV licenses, you don't get paid. You don't get a show on SABC.
Yeah,
production companies don't get shows.
There's a lot SABC is doing for people. Though there's a lot that you can say about it that's not good, but there is a lot they are doing.
For sure.
People that are employed. There are charities that they also focus on.
Yeah.
And of late, royalties are being paid and stuff. So, I mean, there is a lot. We cannot really say
it's all bad.
F the SABC.
Yeah, no.
It doesn't work like that.
Something is happening. And a lot was happening during the Claudi Mutwaning era.
It's happening. And if you can check, the people that are somehow not complaining about it are people that are inside. But we still want to be there.
Sure.
If you leave that, I'm coming, even after whatever that I'm hearing. But I'm coming. I want.
You're still coming. It's like people... a lot of artists talking bad about ambitious records, but they still coming
There's still
through.
artists that they are signing. That's the same thing I was telling you about to say. You would just be forced to think, are you crazy? It's not crazy because you don't know what these guys signed up to.
What are they offering this other guy? Yeah.
You never know.
And this situation, yeah, this other guy,
yes, that's the thing.
Yeah.
So we all bow to or take things based on what we are going through at that particular time. So if my situation is like this and these guys are coming with something that seems like it's going to take me out of this situation,
sure,
I'm going to take it. And you guys will just be talking about it, and because you never know at the end of the day, but this is what's paying my bills.
Sure.
At the end of the day, we all need to survive. So yeah, so industry things are happening just like that, and yeah, it's all thanks to the few people that gave me roles.
Yeah.
Like your Cheza Pictures, Karole Magwinya. And if I can tell you, that thing came in as a small cameo as well. Because we were just there to kill and leave.
Sure.
But after doing that, they're like, I know, man, we saw this guy. Maybe
we can extend his role and he can do
that's
something.
That's the same thing that I was telling you about, to say, if you want to be an extra, at least have lines as well. But it's not ideal. So I took it because it had lines and we had 3 days in Yana.
But extras are important because we need an impression that, it's a normal situation and environment.
That's the thing. So when I got there, that's why I'm not saying you're not supposed to do it, but because that's where you start. But be careful around those. Which ones you take, which one. If I am to take extras, let them be for a once-off show or something that's coming and going. I can do those. I can just stand by the sideway and journalists take interviews from me. It's fine, because at the end of the day, this show is going to go. But for your shows or soapies that are recurring, it's suicide to your career.
Your participation in terms of entertainment and media is not a foreign concept in your family, and there is this assumption that if someone related to you is in the industry, you are more likely to get into the industry. But sometimes it's not entirely true. Sometimes it's just that people have similar interest.
True.
Right? So you are related to some people who are in the entertainment industry.
It's not. I think Makhadzi being in the industry with me in the same industry, Makhadzi is a musician, and we know her journey, how she started.
Yeah.
I'm into more media, TV presenting and acting.
Yeah.
She can also do the same thing. But when I go and audition, nobody knew that Makhadzi is this big or is this person. You see now, yes, if I can get something, I would actually say it's because maybe I'm related to this person, or I'm doing this because I'm related to Makhadzi. That would make sense, even though it won't hold water. But I am related to her. She's cousin, but Kasicho.
Yeah.
Her mother and my mother settled from the same breast, and same mother, same father.
Sure.
So my mom is the firstborn, and then her mom comes somewhere down there.
Yeah.
So
it's not a distant relative; it's an immediate relative.
So
in the industry, you are related to Makhadzi as a cousin.
I'm related to Makhadzi.
But let me put it like this: this nigga one day he comes up to me and he says to me, "There is a cousin of mine. I need you to listen to her music."
I remember.
Right? And I'm like, who's this person? He's like, no, I'm not going to tell you. Let's go to the car. Let's listen to the music. We listen to the music. I'm like, nah.
Because, and your nah was not to say it's not good.
Yeah.
It was a genre that you don't
relate to.
Yes.
Yeah, I was like, nah.
I was like, no, man, nigga, you can't be saying that. Listen to this. Maybe because...
And you were so convinced and so confident that she is the next big thing.
I mean, it's a story that she does not know, Moale, and it's a story that I won't tell her now because it will be like you are trying to say this because you see where she is. But it's a battle that I've been fighting alone inside.
No, but so you meaning we are spoiling it now when we're talking about it?
I think to a certain extent we are. Because it won't make sense.
No, I think maybe, like, you don't want to take pride in the fact that you particularly were on the ground sometimes introducing people to Makhadzi's music.
Yeah, I was. Makhadzi.
Yeah, and not only just as an artist that you know, but also as a family relative. And I think maybe sometimes there are moments where you should be able to talk about these things, because if you die, you denied us an opportunity to know and also to express yourself and just to talk about it, just to take it out of yourself to say.
And sometimes when I spoke about her that highly, you ended up saying because you're relative, that's why you.
Yeah, but I still said no.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
When you said Madala, for you, it's not surprising because this person is your relative.
Yeah.
That's why you would say her music is good, her music is, because I wanted. Remember, I was doing the top 20.
Yeah.
I wanted to have that music. Imagine
on the radio, yes.
Urban radio station.
Yeah.
Playing.
Makhadzi music, yeah.
Not Makhadzi now. Makhadzi the Manyalo.
Yeah.
The back then.
Yeah.
You know how it was.
Yeah.
So I was like, I want this to be played because this is good music.
Sure.
And to top it up, this person I'm related to. Why can't we give this person this platform?
Yeah.
But it happened like that, and I was not wrong. The music was good.
Yeah.
People were just sleeping on it.
Yeah.
Up until now.
It's
rewarding, and also the genre advancement.
Yeah.
Because now you see it's changed to something else.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing. And she's wherever
it
she
evolves.
is.
Everything
she's
evolves.
Wherever she is because she worked hard
for it. Yeah.
But it's true. I've been.
Yeah, we're not saying you are taking anything from it.
No,
it's your story. That's why I said I need you to tell that story because it's your story to tell.
It has to be you. It's hard for me to. I'm always with her. It's hard for me to say, hey, if you could know how highly I spoke about the music,
but I'm going to put it on record and I'm going to say it for a matter of fact, for clarity that you are not taking pride or taking anything away from, it's not clout, you are not taking anything from her success. I'm just saying, at the time that she was coming up in certain areas, because she was just only popular on the other side, you made it certain and sure that you spread the music every chance you got. I can say it right now that every chance you got, you made everyone around you to listen. And you were like, this is the next big artist, because you felt the passion, the dedication, and the hard work that she was putting. And you're like, but we need to put this music, because when you go home, she's big. But when you come this side, you hear none of her music. So, but I'm glad we put that out, man. And I'm glad that we spoke about it. Anyway, I just want to tell you that I love you, bro, and I appreciate you, and I respect you for the work that you do, for the person that you are. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, brothers and sisters, my brother TSHEPANG Selapyana, actor, voiceover artist, radio and TV presenter. My name is Jack Rams. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, share. We will be on your YouTube channel. Mega Artist Media is the YouTube channel, Mem Online Radio. Thank you very much. Until we meet again next time.